Good afternoon everybody, welcome back. Hope you're having a good weekend so far. It's time for some Trijet corporate action stuff in the new Contrail FA50 based on the Falcon 50 corporate jet. 3 engines, very efficient, and quite a cool little aircraft. Reminds me of Concorde on the front end as well with its design, as I've mentioned in my preview video, for those of you who will have saw that. But I remain quite impressed with this product. So welcome to you wherever you are in the world. Hit like, hit subscribe. Join us in the live chat as we fly along to Gaya's new Corfu Airport. Flight time of about 3 hours once we get lifted and shifting out of London City Airport. Good morning to MPS, welcome matey, good afternoon, Badger as well. Jack, good to see you, evening to you in Australia. David, afternoon, Ian as well. Good afternoon mate, flying along with a scheduled Osprey 420 Alpha service from Birmingham. See you in Corfu. Great route. And Justin, good evening to you in Australia as well. Departing from Heathrow. See you in the flight path. Canadian Flight Sim, good morning to you. All the way over in Canada. Hope you're well. Trucking along. Living on a player, good morning to you as well, mate. Zato, good to see you. Good evening to you. 44 months. 62 months for David. Wow. Appreciate all the support. It's a long old time, that. In that time, I've lost half of the hair on the top of my head. It's amazing, isn't it? Badger, good day to you, matey. Member for 48 months as well. Thank you for all the support, as always. You guys know I appreciate that. So, we're in the jet centre for the first time. You guys know I don't do many corporate private jet ops. But here we are. The Vito van has dropped us off and given us some premium catering, courtesy of Osprey Executive Charter. 54 months, Justin. Jeez, appreciate it. Canadian Flight Sim 33 months. Wow. But yeah, it looks amazing on the outside, doesn't it? This is an experimental branch of the aircraft, so it's pre-stable release. It's kind of like their test bed version, if you like, and this has got a number of tweaks in it, including a revised areas of the flight model to make it even more true to life, and all that sort of stuff. But this is one of the many included liveries, and I think it looks absolutely fantastic. There is the PMDG livery as well, because naturally, as you know, Robert Randazzo has one of these at PMDG, so they've painted it for the fleet in the sim. It's a really cool looking private jet, isn't it? The liveries all look so good. Look at that. We've also got, on top of the experimental branch of the aircraft, we've also got TriSim's GFX beta branch. So we've got a number of tweaks, which the version that I've got today includes, welcome on board, includes compatibility with the Contrail FA50, which is mega. So that means we're going to get TriSim's GFX properly on the jet today, which is quite cool. Just saw a hand appear there, as if I could click something. Poke me head in. Ooh, I thought they'd added a toilet. Yeah, I think this is a really cool little jet. Quite an old aircraft as well, in reality. Jack says, Trijets make me very happy. David, good morning to you. Welcome. Sleepy as well. Yeah, it's a cracking jet. We've got this little kind of flight library just down there. And then we've got a little refreshment station for the in-flight catering, which is pretty snaz. And a door that can be opened and closed as well, just to seal the flight deck door in flight. But here we go, with the really cool fighter jet style flight deck, and we've done a little bit of the pre-start stuff. We've basically got the aircraft powered up with external power and a few little other things as well, just so we can kind of trim the first segment off. Now this is my second proper full flight in the jet, so I have no idea how it's going to go. You guys will be the judge. Naturally, but I'm looking forward to it. Well, I really enjoyed the flight that I did on the for the preview video. I think it was really impressive, so I'll be excited to check it out. So inside the EFB here, which is hidden down in the little pocket down there, you get some checklists and a Contrail app and a few other things, Navigraph chart integration, so on and so forth. And effectively I've just sort of worked my way through a lot of this. But we'll go straight into the pre-flight FMS checks and we'll get all of this set up for today. So what are we expecting? Where's my sim brief? OFP, right, here we go. So departing runway 27, Soccer 1 Alpha, departure. Let's get the charts up on the left of the screen for you. So we're going to go depart, click, click, enter, runway 27, Soccer 1 Alpha. I think that is it, because I don't think there's a transition on this. Yeah, Soccer, and then we go Sodbu, which is our next waypoint anyway, so let's just hit select. Bosh. There we go. So we've got LCN 01, 02, 06, Soccer, Sodbu. Beautiful. And then later on we've got the arrival to put into for Corfu, but I'm curious just to know what it's going to be, because currently, as you can see on the screen, on the charts, Corfu is pretty windy at the moment. Runway 34 apparently is not in use according to Navigraph, with an 11 knot crosswind and a 6 knot tailwind. Winds 230 at 13 knots. So we'll have a little look nearer the time to see what we've got, but we might end up having to do this RMP 16 approach. And I've never landed on that runway before in Corfu. One consideration there, though, obviously at Corfu, is massive backtrack involved if we do have to land on 16. Big extended centre line, which means that we are losing quite a bit of runway. And then we're going to have to go all the way to the end, turn at the very base, and then come all the way back to vacate Alpha 1. So that's one heck of a task. And in reality, we're going to then have separation of about 5 minutes each, so that we can sequence ourselves in quite nicely, or we'll be entering holds, which is less preferable. Departing today from London City in the Jet Centre, we're going to taxi down Tango all the way to the bottom of Tango, lining up via Mike for that full length departure runway 27, heading out towards the City of London, which will be just in front of the nose and on the left as we begin fairly quickly into our takeoff as we hit the Thames effectively at London City West 01, that little RNAV waypoint, starting a turn northbound and then eastbound out of the kind of London Heathrow TMA, if you like, which would sit just above us. So that's why there's a ceiling on this departure of 3,000 feet, because the London Heathrow airspace is just above at 4,000 onwards. So we'll get to Soccer, and then from there we'll continue our Heathrow approach on, and as a result we won't be able to just go and bust their airspace unless we call them up first. This is Orbeck's London City version 2 sleepaway, unfortunately. I've got 2 and I don't want to pay for the second one, so yeah, if I've got one that works okay and I've bought it previously, then I don't want to then spend more cash, if that makes sense. This works well enough, and I rarely fly out of London City anyway. If you use it all the time, fair enough, get the best one you can get, but yeah, I don't think it's necessary otherwise. Pitas, from Pitas, where have we got? Okay, that's right on the zone actually. That's 18 miles, so it's not going to affect our VNAV track too much. So we'll fiddle with that a little later on, but that's the flight plan element completed, as you can see. And then VNAV is inactive, so we're going to click it, and then I think you press... this one always gets me. Next. Maybe we have to get airborne, I can't ruddy remember now. It's inactive by default, and you have to do something to make it turn on. Hold on, I know where it'll be. In the checklisty things. VNav. The VNav default state is inactive. To get started, first cursor select inactive. Bosh. With the L1 key, then press the back key. Oi! Assuming that you're on the ground when setting up, the field text will now change to climb, showing that the mode is now active. There you go. So that's the French for you, making it unfeasibly difficult. But yeah, that's tripping a lot of people up, including myself, as a real nuance to the jet. So that's just something to bear in mind there in relation to the VNav. And then we can go to the next page to look at our VNav log, and we can see here the constraints for the altitudes. We can go and amend those as appropriate, but I'm just going to make sure they're accurate first. So we got up to 3000, it's 1110A. And then we've got 3000, 3000. Soccer should be at 3000 as well. So we're going to... where is it? It's this one. We have to respect the constraints, unfortunately. So we're going to pop that in. Is it? Oh, we're going to have to go backwards, aren't we? This is the thing. You've got to get used to the jet and its nuances. So yeah, 3000, 3000, 3000, and away we go. And then we're going to climb up. Happy days. We're expecting a cruise altitude of 37,000 feet today. There we go. So in the data, cruise altitude 37, and the transition altitude is going to be changed to 6,000 feet. So we're going to just go and amend that one. Flight level 6. Oh, the Fokkers are a fantastic bit of fun, aren't they? They're brilliantly made, the F70 and F100. Centuria, good to see you, matey. Some beautiful bizjet ops today. How you been? I think we're there. So flight plan's already loaded in. And in the nav mode, we've got our navigation. Fuel status is in pounds, which is a pain because I do everything in kilos. We'll explore some of that in flight. Lovely. Right, so next we've got to make sure our performance modes are set, and we've got, let me just hide this, the nav set up correctly as well. We've got to make sure the down here where it says HSI mode and course, we change these. So nav 1, nav 2, look at the nav display there, and then FMS cross track is the one we want. Otherwise we're going to be in the wrong mode. I'll do it for Dave as well because he's not done it yet. Tut tut. 1228s. We're going to go for ADFs are down there. Mac trims down there. Altitude 3. 3000. We'll pop that in to that little box. I'll tell the brain of the aeroplane what you're doing with that. That's why that's really key that that gets done. Right. I had a checklist. I can't remember where I put it for this thing. Just having a quick check of some files. No. Right. That's all good. That's where your sim brief units go, and you can change that to pounds if you want it to do the calculations for you. And then we've got this, so we'll wave goodbye to the Vito. Close the bag covers, remove the bag compartment, remove the covers. We'll close the main door because we are on. Right. Bus C and D switches are on and verified. Number 2 boost pump needs to come on. Let's get rid of the music. I've run out of screens now, so I will get back to the chat in a mo. Logo, nav, that's all set. Nav lights as required. APU master on. Stand by Dave's arm. APU generator switch on, and then APU start. Love the sounds. Make sure the batteries are charging there. AP bleed. Mega. FMS is already on. Inverters are on and checked. INS, IRS, standby. They are aligned and on nav mode. Good. Nav center is programmed. Right, before engine starts, generator switches overhead. On. Gen 1 and Gen 2 engine computer switches are on. Parking brake is set. That's that cool little lever there. And what I'm going to do is to improve the brightness of that, and I'm going to change the heading dial so that it's in line with our FMS and runway heading just before we start engines. Beautiful. And we're going to cage this. Wiggle, wiggle.
London City Airport, traffic respect right, take off on the 1 Alpha departure.
Right, cabin door is closed. Seatbelt signs, no smoking signs on. Perfect. Anti-collision lights. Just check new sky is recording. It is good. Red. Boost pumps all 3 on. The ignition. It's going to be ground start verify, isn't it? So we're going to have number 2 engine first. Ground start. Unlock. I forgot about these tips actually, they're super handy. Oh, we've missed him, he's blasted off. Okay, engine 1 is on and stable. Engine 3 starts. You can see how fast they fire up. There's the transponder. Just going to confirm the QNH. Lovely. That's good. Engine 1 start. Fuel flow in. Lovely stuff. Right, parking brake is on, so let's remove the shocks. And the torque link can come off. And that is the aircraft clear. Ready to go. Happy days. There was a that's it there, flight replay. I love that. That's a fantastic tool. We'll look at that later. And this user profile is quite cool as well. We'll chat about that. Right, let's hide this. Oh, actually, shall we? Let's get the charts up. Lovely. Right, after start, engines are good. T's and P's all checked, correct. Batteries, amps and temperatures all set and checked. EFIS 1 and 2 are on. Transfer fuel pump lights on, lights out. Emergency horizon uncaged, we've already done that. Emergency batteries. Emergency batteries. Normal, on, that's set. Oops. Emergency batteries, emergency batteries. I'll have a quick check down here. There we go, on. Yes, I forgot it was down here. Let's get galley power on while we're down here as well. Come on, Dave, you've got to do something, mate. Radio master's already on, radios are set, transponder TCAS is on, radar's on standby, it is now. Mac trim, on. Compass headings, both checked, circuit breakers are all in, windshield heat side normal. APU stop, push, hydraulic standby pump on, engine computers manual mode, they're already on anyway. Sliding window closed. Light controls checked. Go full left. Full right. Get rid of the plaque there. That's good. Odometer's checked. Flight instruments are set for takeoff. We're going to pop on nav mode. Pre-arm that, and VNav, he says. Brakes off. APU master with 0 RPM, push. Perfect. London City traffic, Osprey charter 165's taxiing from the Jet Set Centre Tango to hold point runway 27. Taxi lights. Taxi park brakes off, taxi lights are on. Number 2 brakes are checked and on. Yep, that's just down there, number 2 brakes. That's number 1. We got... Way cheeky. Don't look down. Don't look down when you're turning. Yeah, so number 1 on. Unless I'm missing where number 2's meant to be. Slats and flaps cycled and set for takeoff, so let's grab the clipboard and see what it gives us for takeoff here today, because we've got a short old runway. It's telling us flaps and slats 20. So we're going to have slats and flaps 20 set. Thrust reversers are checked and stowed. Let's do a quick check. Beautiful. Let's pop that to flight norm. And we need the pitot heats on, which is here and here, here, here. That's the windshields, heat systems. Beautiful. So we're doing pretty well. Oh, Canadian Flight Sim, nice. Make sure it's version 2 though, mate. Night Shadow, good morning to you from across the pond. Happy Independence Day to those of you in America. Jack says, I've got inner builds, London City, love it, but it is pretty resource heavy. What hardware is working with the Falcon? Well, I've got my wind control throttle, my Ursa yoke, the AGP, so for the gear lever, they're all working. Weather turbulence. Okay, that's sent a bit here now with the warnings. It's all gone. Good. Before takeoff, brake selector 1 on, lights out. That is what that is. 1 on, lights out. Start selector switches to air start. Ignition lights there should now light up. Yeah, ignition lights all 3, illuminated, radar as required. We've already turned that on. Transponders on TARA, so we are also squawking mode Charlie, good. Flaps, runway, air brakes, trim and speeds, all set. And checked. Heater heats on, lights out, already done that. Warning paddle lights are all out in front of us, good. Anti-collision lights are going to go to all in a moment. Let's go have a quick check of this. He's rolling. No comms though, whoever that is. After takeoff, right, so that's good, right, we're there. Gonna go full length via mic. Lights, signs, everything's on, ready to go. Lining up. London City traffic Osprey, Charter 165. So lining up via mic, runway 27. Line up and wait. So we've got slats R20 in green. That's all good. That's set. 3000 is set on the box. Bugs are all set, ready to go. We're going to make the most of this entire runway. Look at that, it's such a cool looking jet, isn't it? Are I quite lined up? Oh, nearly. Right, I'm going to press the toga button just to make sure that we've got the correct mode. We've got go around mode set. Remember, there's no auto thrust in this. They have coded one in though for those of you who do want it. Got the whole of London City that's now loaded in. It's taken 15 minutes for that Orbex London City pack to load in, interestingly enough. What have we got? GTR 18X climb vacated. I think we're there. Cool, right, go around, we'll set the bars. I was just looking at the two different modes there. And London City traffic, Osprey, Charter 165's taking off runway 27, Soccer 1 Alpha departure, London City. On the brakes. Short runway ops.
London City traffic, citation November 1 for phenomenal behind the Osprey Falcon 50 for night. London City traffic.
Brakes off. Let's go. Power set. We're warning for bleed overheat there. Gear up. That's the trim clacker. Yaw damper, autopilot engaged. Away we go. London City traffic, Osprey 165's airborne 2000 climbing Soccer 1 Alpha. From the outside we get these views. Check the speeds, clean at 139, that's good. Power 99, 7973. Climb speed. Set to 100 knots thereabouts because we are level at 3000 for a moment. So the key here is not letting the aeroplane accelerate too much. Flaps up. VNAV's doing a pretty good job here. Max 250 knots. London Centre's online. 134905.
ISF473, climb
Wraps
flight
up.
level 90.
Okay, landing gears up, low lights, anti-icing as required, yaw dampers on, slats, flaps clean, hydraulics are checked. I think they go to automatic now, the standby pump. Start selector switches to ground start. Taxi lights off. Pressurization checked, cover temperature, climb thrust will be set in a moment.
420 Alpha, I've got the traffic ahead. Good afternoon.
Speedbird 521, fly heading 300 degrees.
Doing a beautiful job of the on-nav track.
300 degrees, down 150, 6.21.
Speedbird 1809, heading 095.
Just give him a chance to catch up with his workflow.
Descend flight level 100, speedbird
There's London City.
Speedbird 1809 and climb flight level 130. Alpine 40 Bravo Alpha, descend flight level 80.
London Hello, Osprey 165s, 3000 inbound soccer.
There.
Ah, shut.
Speedbird 471 navigation to begin, descend flight level 80.
Team navigation begin, descend flight level 80, speedbird 471.
Speedbird 471, director 1190730. London Hello, easy 80 Kilo Lima. Easy 80 Kilo Lima, London Control Hello, Kuna have 1 go for arrival, when ready, descend flight level 270. Keep there, can have 1 go, thanks a lot.
London Hello, Osprey 165, 3000 inbound soccer.
Osprey 550, you with me? All stations, London Control is closing 1 TTA.
What is the effing point? I'm gonna log in. Oh, it's too busy. I'm gonna log off. Come on. I really don't get it. Right, 37. 37. VNav. Climb mode. With VNav. Climb 250. Power. Right, so yeah, climb power 97.1% N1. Let's give it. And these digital displays are slightly delayed. Sent me 6 contact me messages in about 2 minutes. Completely ignored me contacting him. And London traffic, Osprey 165s, passing Soccer 3000, now climbing level 35, correction 370. Bleed overheat. Why? That's not a factor. Oops, wrong buttons. Right, let's have a little look at this, shall we? Auto, auto, auto. Yeah, don't know. Landing lights can come off, why not? I reckon that's going to sort itself out in due course. The tiny little bump downwards on the M1. Well, that's too much of a bump downwards. Like 7.4. That's as good as we're going to get, I think. I'm going to just push that to make sure we're syncing the heading mode. We're in FMS nav. You can see there it's doing a beautiful job. This is a really cool little custom map there. The moving map from the Garmin MX20. We've got to go to standard pressure. $9921013. Make sure the standby instrument is set. I did forget the fuel reset there. Total fuel used, you can reset that basically to 0 at once. Also, cabin altitude. Did I set? I'll set this, don't I? Whoopsie. That's quite a cool little feature. It's the things like this that I need to work out how it works, how it operates. So cabin 1,000 feet, flight altitude is 25, 30, so really we want 37, it's going to be 35, 36, 37, it's going to be that one there. And then green's going to be the right mode for the climb. We'll leave it green to green there, in that little box. And then the cabin pressurization is going up. Auto. Is it going up? Yeah. Happy days. I'll bring that M1 down a little bit. As we climb, we're going to have to make small throttle adjustments as we make our way up, just so we're not overstressing the engines. Managing them carefully. And then again, we just press to resync that heading knob so that it's in line with our direction of travel as we fly, because it's quite important that. What else? Got a nav data button here, changes the information on the top right of the nav display. TAS, elapsed time, ground speed. Time to go. Quite an interesting, that's a useful one for working out when to your next destination. And we're going on. Yeah, 37 for me, Justin, as well, matey. Right, I wonder if there's anything in the documents around electrical system, hydraulic system, pneumatic system, controls and indications. Bleed overheat. Overheat in a bleed air system or at a conditioning inlet. Thermostats set to 300 degrees. Bleed overheat detection uses 5 thermostats, 1 per high pressure bleed system and 1 per conditioning system. If bleed overheat illuminates while the anti-icing systems are off, the PRV is most likely the cause. To identify a faulty bleed system, set the high pressure 1, 2, 3 and PRV to off one at a time. We'll start PRV. If bleed overheat illuminates whilst the anti-icing systems are off, the PRV is most likely the cause. One at a time. If the light keeps steady, return that switch to auto and try the next. When the light flashes, the last switch actuated identifies the faulty system. Leave it off and follow the checklist. So it's not the PRV. Could it be the fact that we left the bleed air on for the APU before we shut it down? It's none of them. The light extinguishes once the system cools, but none of them are flashed. Just keeping an eye. Looks like we've got a faulty bleed somewhere. I wonder if it's the APU. If the rest haven't, although the APU system is a separate feed there, look. Looking at that. Right, where are we? Max 634. That's looking good. VNAV, cruise. 134 miles top of descent. Estimated time en route 2 hours 10. They've done such a good job with this. Okay. That was that one there, isn't it? There we go. Right, so where is it now? I've got to bring the throttles down a little bit more. And then we've got pull to increase the range. And I'm going to change the HSI mode because that needs to be changed. There we go. I knew I'd missed something in all the pre-flight setup. We're going to just skirt past air traffic control in France by the looks of it, which is a darn shame. Flight level 450 for Jack. Woo! What's the ceiling limit of this? I forget now. I have to work it out. Some awesome contrails ahead of us. All the links are in the description down below if you want to get your hands on any of these. Sims GFX as well, for example, has had an update, and no, that one. And what you can do is get your hands on, well, it's on a beta version, this one that we're using today, Sims GFX. So it brings with it, in this test bed branch that I've got, kind of like the ability for it to support this aircraft more fully. So think like better contrails and all that sort of stuff. The FA50, by the way, from Contrail, this absolute beast of a jet. Look at how that looks. £28.82. So good. Long range bizjet, so it can fly across many continents. And there's a special deal on at the moment where if you bought Teterboro version 2 from, I think, Dreamflight Studios, and you bundle that with the purchase of the FA50, the link for which is in the description for today's live stream, there will be a 25% discount for Teterboro applied automatically during checkout, so you can get yourself a proper permanent base near New York, for example there. It looks so good, doesn't it? Jesper, welcome. We got very expensive last week with the the Falcon 50 and the Fokker 70 and 100 lease. Rather pasta and ketchup. Yeah, the Fokker 70 and the Fokker 100 are phenomenal products, aren't they? Absolutely love it. And yeah, I'm not a BizJet guy, and I haven't really tried many actually, in fairness either. I've heard the Citation Sovereign? I've heard that's really good as well. But yeah, I really enjoy this. This is a cool, quirky bit of flying. Not too difficult to get your head around either, for what it's worth. It is achievable, as you can see. Ian says yes, GFX after an iffy start has been my #1 add-on for a Microsoft Flight Simulator in 2026 so far. Love cruising around in the Sovereign at flight level 450. Sleepyway says I want to get the Falcon, but I also know I won't fly it much. Or would it unlock some more nuanced types of flying for you? Some of your sceneries that you might have jet centers or FBOs, for example. Or short runway hops around into the Alps. Could be really cool. Yeah, an amazing price for the FA50 at basically 30 quid. Tons of detail in it. Living on a Player says, having to say I'm loving GFX more than I thought I would. Yeah, and I think that's the feedback that I'd probably share as well. Whatever magic they've done with wet runways, the cloud density, such a key thing that we've really wanted in Microsoft Flight Simulator for a very long time, and the developers have never bothered doing it. They've smashed it out of the park. It's those little things, isn't it? Like when our last stream, you pop through some cloud and you find that the cloud density, depending on how dense it is, has an effect around the wings. Just absolutely brilliant. And proactive development as well, because they're constantly working on it. As Ian's just said as well, great minds. Yeah, they keep working on it, keep developing it, keep improving it. They're taking feedback from people all the time. It's a great development team. And it's $20 US for Sim GFX. I've put the link for that in the description below as well. It's not an affiliate link or anything like that, but I genuinely think it's a brilliant must-have add-on. Whatever you fly in the sim. Actually, Try's in the live chat. Question for you. How does it work with helicopters? Because I was in the H145 yesterday doing a video, and I'm sure it was working in the background. I got a load of engine start smoke and then a whole load of, like, for the first time in the sim, proper water buffering when I was hovering above it mid-rescue, and I thought, I don't remember that from the H145 before. I don't know if I would. I don't know. I'm not sure how it works with the helos. Sleepy says I should really get GFX. Yeah, GFX. I think if you're going to get anything in the next few weeks, GFX is one of those that needs to be at the top of your list. Jack, awesome. Oh, that's a point. So those of you who don't know, I will be hopefully kind of a qualifying, if you like, as a... Just realised I should probably have a quick look here because we're nearly at cruise yet. Just got to manage the speed because we are manual throttles. Zoom on out. Let me just check my training link up. So they're trying to find me an examiner because the instructor, the mentor that teaches me the S2 tower stuff on VATSIM, they can't then assess me because naturally that's a conflict of interest. So I'm hoping it's going to be either Saturday or Sunday, the 18th, 19th of July. But I'll have to wait to find out. Right, let's focus on stabilising the throttles, making sure that's all good. Let's resync the heading bug, make sure that's in line. By the way, the air brakes in this, I mentioned in my video before, it's 0, 1 or 2. Just something to bear in mind. There's no like mid-stage. Yeah, that does work. The Muncie landing gear release. Hey, bleed overheat's gone. Happy days. There must have been like a system. Hydraulics, oil, fuel, pounds per hour, N2, ignition M1, cabin, battery temperature. Oh, we're in Dave's head. Actually petrifying when you do that by accident. Maybe not. Gen battery volts. All good. Anyway, it's resolved itself. Yeah, S2 soon, hopefully, David. I did a good session the other day where I jumped into Johannesburg Tower with my mentor, and effectively we ended up doing, I think it was like an hour and a half, 2 hours. But really liked throwing myself into the deep end. They flew in with some Beechcraft Barons, a few other things. Some of the kind of instructor team flew in with those, whilst I had actual traffic going in and out of Johannesburg anyway. And then they were doing circuits, so I had a couple of like zone entries, circuits, touch and goes, and then one of them flew back out and exited the zone, and then disappeared, reloaded in a Mirage 2000 Fastjet, and then flew in to try and join the same circuit that the Baron was in. So I got them to cross the extended centre line and then join the kind of downwind leg on the separate side at Joburg, where you've got two runways. So I had the Baron on 03 left doing circuits there, and then 03 right I had the Mirage Fastjet. So two separate runways, two separate circuits, but it was great. Ah, Justin, can that not be solved with the Alt-Tab thing? Let's check Elevatex. See how we're all getting on. Badges up in the 737 business jets, PMDG. Looking awesome. You throw to Corfu, that would be Justin, I think. Flying one of the Gatwick-based Euroflyer A320s, GAT-K. Very old airframe that in reality. Osprey 420 Alpha in the 737. Yeah, the iFly Max 8 is just superb, pure brilliance, especially with that SP1 update. It's so good. That's Ian going Birmingham to Corfu. Zato, London City to Corfu. That's a beautiful aircraft. What is that? That's the Citation Sovereign, right? Maybe I should try that next at some point. MPS in his 737 Greason. And there's one of my little screen grabs of the Thames, London City in the backdrop. Oh, I've liked my own. Oops. That's our routing for the day, heading all the way down past the Alps, down the Adriatic coast, which is always stunning, and then arriving into Corfu, passing that Gorizia VOR. Really cool little route. There's my screenshots so far. I've only taken 3. What is that meant to be? What day is it today? It's the 4th, isn't it? Oh, that was a screenshot that failed to take. Damn. Ed, welcome. Highly recommend the Sovereign. Canadian Flight Sim says as well. Oh, is it only Orbex and Marketplace that sell that? Oh, Skyward Simulations. There we go. Sovereign Plus. Oh, that's a reasonable price as well. It's about the same as the FA50. But more modern, right? Bloody hell, that looks fantastic. Garmin 5000 flight deck, which is just an awesome bit of kit in real life. Holy smokes. Mikael, welcome mate. That's going to be Zart up there, isn't it? Showing off at like flight level 600. Mikael, good to see you. Hope you're doing well, mate. He's finished Corfu to Copenhagen. Spoiler, Gaya Simulations Corfu's a very nice step up compared to Fly Tampa's. Yeah, the Fly Tampa Corfu started really good, and then they just like stopped updating it, which is mega disappointing. Like really disappointing. So they need to do better, Fly Tampa as a group, because they've made some amazing products, haven't they? Let's face it. But now they're so slow to react to development. And a couple of years now into having MSFS 2024, we're still waiting on proper updates native to 2024 for not only most of their products, but big ones like Amsterdam and all that sort of stuff. So they've got to do better. And it's a bit disappointing, really. They were very slow to build out their product lineup for MSFS 2020 as well, really. Aerosoft Brussels, Sleepyway, is brilliant. It's a really nice scenery. I flew in there the other day in the sim, and I flew out of it actually as well, in a video I think I did recently. And the good news is, it's available on Contrail. So you click the link in the live chat and get it from there. £18. Well, I don't know how much it's on sale at via Aerosoft. It's the only caveat. Badger, love the Carinado B390. Yeah, I very quickly, for a few minutes, spawned into... hey. Very quickly spawned into Corfu the other day to get a screenshot for this stream today, ready to go. And didn't really look around too much. I spawned in purposely near the fire station, so away from the terminal building, but the brief look that I had from where I had parked the jet for the thumbnail, I looked at it and thought, this looks brilliant. So I am excited to check it out. And we're doing something different as well. Ordinarily we'd fly in with our passenger airliners, like most people will, but we're flying in with this awesome tri-jet corporate jet. What have we got in the cabin then? So that's really interesting. So you can just press and drag. So it's a left click and hold, and you can move the blinds up and down. I didn't even know that was a thing in the other version. In the release version. That's probably smart. It's because it doesn't appear with like the hand grab icon. So I didn't know it was a clickable thing. Oh, that's an emergency exit. Probably shouldn't start clicking around there too much. Out we go. Right, what do we got? Indy says hello. Barking away. We've got the tables. And then this was in the other version that we had before, so you can open this up, look, and you can just kind of like chill out here. And it will monitor your altitude, your ground speeds, gives you a time to destination, 1 hour 41. There's no toilet yet, Jack, unfortunately. So yeah, pretty cool. It'd be even better if this had like a moving map on it. They've done that well because you can't fold that out without moving the screen in. It's just a little feature I wanted to show you there. It's something they've actually thought about, which is very nice. Oh, little live weather update by the looks of it. In the Sovereign you can literally open everything inside and outside. Wow. There was something else that we were like a private jet a little while ago that we flew around in. I can't remember what it was, but I remember you could open like all the drawers and things. Can't remember what it was. I think it was about a year or so ago. I remember it was a little while ago. What's the performance of the Citation Sovereign like? Oh, well, there's a question for you then, Canadian Flight Simmer. So if you use the water from the sink, does it then simulate the storage tanks? Showing like freshwater tank being reduced and then the storage tank for the waste going up whenever you use it. Yeah, Justin, so I think what Jack's trying to say is whatever it's set to, click to the opposite one. So if it's on Legacy, change it to Modern, press Save and Apply, then change it back to Legacy, save and apply, then go back into your flight and it should work. Max speed check, altitude looks good, LNAV looks good, max 79. Okay, runway 34 is now the one in use, with a 4 knot tailwind and an 11 knot crosswind. It's going to be spicy, but it's good because that is what we originally had planned for. I've just clicked on the thing there and it's froze. The DME X-ray, I think, from Goritza. VATSIM. Jack forgot to load fuel. Uh-oh. Yeah, change it to lock then, Justin. The point is, change it to the opposite one, save it, change it back, save it, go back into your flight, and hopefully you fixed it. Ah, it didn't work. What's the VOR X-ray look like? Well, it's quite tight. It didn't work, did that? Have you tried Alt-Tab out onto another screen? Say, like, open your Navigraph charts on a separate screen, click on that a little bit, select a few things, then move the cursor back to your main screen and click into it to, like, click into the flight sim window, if that makes sense. Failing that, try and look to see if you can press like your button for Parallel 42 Flow Pro that makes it come up, and wiggle the cursor to see if it pops up there. I don't really know what else to suggest. You don't really need a mouse anyway in these sim, do you? You've got all your wind control hardware with the Airbus, so you're well covered. Jack, crikey, how little fuel have you got? I've got nothing left. I noticed you're not tracking it on New Sky, so you'll be pretty good. I suppose your option there would be you could bin the flight and then start one from Stuttgart or Munich or something and then join us en route again. Actually, you could depart from Innsbruck. Posh thing. We'll be crossing that in about 20-30 minutes. So it'll give you time to respawn. Ah, that's a weird issue, Justin. I don't know what to suggest, mate. Sorry. I'm out of ideas. Luke says, if you also have an Xbox controller connected, try wiggling the stick. Sometimes I find my mouse disappears when using the controller to look around. Interesting. What was I doing? I was selecting an approach, wasn't I? I was reviewing some charts. It's going to be the VOR X-ray. So many VOR approaches to this. Oh, the VOR Whiskey looks like a nice one, because you then fly to the Kokira VOR as well, rather than do a teardrop approach. But, I mean, we could do a teardrop approach, that's what this thing's built for. The VOR, DME X-ray, runway 34 from the Goritza VOR. What's the VOR? Yankee. Straight in, transition FedEx. That's true actually, Canadian Flight Sim. If you're not on New Sky, can you add fuel mid-flight? Good shout. Max 185 knots in the turn, 143 to 9 miles. But that's about 8 miles to touchdown. 2,900 feet. Let's do that. VOR X-ray 34. Make sure I make a note of that so I remember. We'll pop that in the charts. They froze again on the app, on the tablet. That is a bit freezy, I've found. Does worry you. It's only when you're in the charts element, interestingly enough. TCAS there. Right in front of me as well, and descending. Is that you, Jack, that's flamed out and on the way down to say hello to the ground?
Traffic, traffic.
Yeah, got him.
Climb, climb.
That's our TCAS TARA.
Clear of conflict.
Yeah, he's he's flamed out, I think. Look at that rate of descent. It's like the space shuttle returning to Earth. Jack, the Coast Guard's not going to help you here, mate. We're just evacuating an entire town. Anyway, we tested TCAS and it works, hurrah. Right, flight plan, nav. What is it? Actually, we have to click enter for this, don't we? Just waiting for the mushroom cloud. Oh dear. Yeah, someone, that's a good point, someone fire up emergency dispatch pro real quick. Scramble the helicopters. We'll do PTAS. Runway 34. PTAS 2 Papa. Nope. I can't even see that on the... PTAS 2 Papa arrivals. Ah, right, so it's only giving me what I can do in the jet, interestingly. So, it's telling us we can only do the PTAS 2 Papa from here, runway 34. Which is that on the charts. So PTAS 2 Papa to VEMAT. So we'll put that in the box. And then in approach, runway 34, we're now going to have to look at different arrival. Because because the VOR X-ray isn't going to work for us now. From FedEx. It's going to be the VOR uniform, I think. Or VOR Yankee. Yeah. There we go. VOR Yankee. From FedEx. Just going to change that on my navigaph. This is going to be changed to the PTAS2 Papa. We're just going to see how it all links up. Lovely. Yeah, that actually looks pretty good. Gliding to Strasbourg, Jack. If you get that down, I'll be well impressed. Look at that for weather. 34, runway 34, 11 knot crosswind, left to right, 4 knot tailwind. This is a proper test for the aircraft when we arrive. It's going to be great. See what it can do. Then 1418Z. So we've got 1 hour and 10 minutes until we're at PTAS. Christ, we're getting there real fast, you know. Well over German airspace already in the little baby Concorde. So Jack's got that France air traffic control online. REMS control. Are you squawking 7700? Does the citation have a rat on it? There's no droop snoop, but look at the front end when I go to this fly thing, this fly pass. Look at that. Oh, that's faster than I expected, but the front end of that is properly Concorde-esque. Let me zoom right in. Here we go. I mean, it's so good. It's one of those Insta360 cameras, isn't it? Look, where you can, you know, when you watch those pilot cameras and they just like they suddenly go whoop to the fight. Right, what's that down there? I recognise the airfield. Is it Stuttgart? Looks like Stuttgart. Where's my Elevatex maps? Yes, it's Stuttgart. What are we doing? Speed's good, Mach 794. Engines look good. Fuel flow's good. Let's turn the PRV back onto auto now that that's sorted itself off, out, rather. See if that bleed overheat comes back online. We've got air traffic control online that's just come on covering this little bit of sector, but it's somewhat pointless calling him up, because in 4 minutes at Ottawa we'd be back to Unicom, so... Rat temp or tapped temp? Or is it OAT? Oh, he's below us anyway, actually. I can see Jack on VATSIM radar. I think he might make it into Strasbourg, you know. He's at 13,000 feet, and he's actually too high for the airfield. But height equals time, so that means he can go kind of like do a little left orbit, stay close to the field, get his range right, and get on down. Elevatex, there you go, there's Jack. Flame out, no fuel, loss of engines. He's committed to the descent anyway. Oh, that's better. Much easier to read. So yeah, he's currently 12,000 feet. Airfield elevation Strasbourg, 154 feet. So, big left-hand orbit over Strasbourg City, I'm sure they won't mind. And that's his aim there. No engines. Gimli glider. We have a 737 MAX 8 at Newcastle. Yeah, sure. Which one are you flying in at the moment? Fleet. B38. Oh, I've only got 4 in the fleet. Oh my goodness, we have so many of those. The 737s all get used. Which one do you want? Do you want the 8200, Ian? Because there's so many variants now available, mate. Well, let me show you what's on... Oops, wrong button. This is what I've got. You tell me what you want. G-Dump is our holidays max. Osprey holidays. Cool. So yeah, are you doing an 8200 version, Zato? Or not? Don't worry if not, it's just so I said it right. Cool, what registration do you want, Ian? What's a 4-letter identifier for Newcastle? I could do NCLA, couldn't I? Newcastle A. And then it's 197Y. 197Y. Max 8200. EG NT NCLA. 197. Bosh, 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 least. EGNT. Click. Quickly save those changes. Done. And then I'll put a normal one up there as well. $189 seater. No, 178 seater. G-Fump. What was that? 178. 178, 178, 178, 178. 178Y. Ended in. Bosh. Done. There's the Alps. There are some liveries coming, Sleepy Way, but Zato's just finishing them off. You can't buy Newcastle on Contrail, can you? It's only on East, like Innie builds and things. So if you did buy Newcastle, it's not an affiliate link, but I'd appreciate if you use that link there, because it basically just tells them that bought it through the channel. Their marketing teams monitor these things, and then it helps them decide, you know, who to be in touch with for future releases and things. The Alps do look pretty good here. Look at that. Oh, I just buggered this. Yeah. Hold on. LMM. Oh, why have I done that? Stupid FMS2. LMM Dirab. Nav. Oh, thank goodness. I might have sworn then, apologies. Stupid thing. I think now I'm going to have to put my arrivals back in. That should be linked so that there's no discrepancy, because that hasn't pulled in anything across flight plan wise. It's ended up moving independently. When I've tried to then get it into sync, it's just basically wiped my FMS1. That's annoying. And now I've got to put all this in again. Glad we were able to solve that rapidly. You are Yankee, FedEx transition. Vitas to Papa. 6 knot tailwind now. Oh, maybe I should just press flight plan twice. Yeah. Oh, that was my mistake then. It was synced. It was just me using it like a numpty. God, I thought I'd thrown it all away then. My goodness. Right, we are back in the money. Where's me? Some lines gone. There we go. Look at this. Those apps look cracking. Like properly realistic. Jack is down. Wrong one. He's done very well. Look at that. A couple of orbits to get down to the right altitude. And he's down safely in Strasbourg, blocking the runway. Good effort. Very, very good effort. Jack, the main thing for you, mate, is you got it down. That's impressive. Innsbruck, by the way, is... there it is. Thought we were close. Oh, and off it goes. Hopefully you got a little glimpse. Just getting a load of turbulence over the Alps. Yeah, for those of you who saw Discord, the crew room chat the other day, it's worth mentioning, I suppose. You might see a load of adverts in the stream. YouTube won't even tell me when they're putting them in, but even if I have auto ads switched off, so that I manually choose when to insert ads if and when I want to, which typically in a stream I won't, because it ruins the flow of stuff, YouTube have decided to just put them in anyway. So there wouldn't even be a pop-up to say it's coming in, like an ad.
Anonymous donated £5. Thanks for more mats.
Hey, no worries. Thank you very much, Anonymous, for the tip. Much appreciated. Thank you for your support. Yeah, that's effectively just in the thing, right? So the only way to prevent it is YouTube Premium. Maybe that's intentional. Maybe that's the point. Because they're basically making people sign up to YouTube Premium more. Ah, Ian, thank you, mate. Appreciate it. Enjoy the Maxes in Newcastle. Those Alps look superb. Look at that. That's the best the Sim's ever looked, I think. I changed the settings from that Say Intentions AI optimizer the other day, but it's the first time like properly flying over like this sort of terrain, and it's that's phenomenal. I'd not seen that level of detail before from 37,000 feet. Look at that. What about external chase plane views? Because it tends to wash it out a little bit on these ones, but that's a cool looking aeroplane, isn't it? Now even then it looks absolutely brilliant. Look at that. $17.99 a month for YouTube Premium, Justin. I wonder how much it is in the UK. Get YouTube Premium. Oh, YouTube, no interruptions. YouTube Music is ad free as well. $7.99 a month. Most videos ad free, buggers. That's £13 a month. Ad-free YouTube Music, ad-free YouTube. Actually, that makes sense. I could sack off my Spotify, sign up to YouTube Music instead. Does anyone use YouTube Music? Is it alright, or is it a bit naff? Might do that because I've been watching a lot of YouTube recently. Motorcycle things, Code Blue Cam, a few like stuff like that, and there was a video the other day I was watching, and it was a 50-minute video, and I kid you not, every 2 minutes there was an advert, and the adverts were like between 10 and 1 minute long, and within like 10 minutes I'd got so frustrated I'd stop watching it. But I know YouTube does the same stuff to my videos, and that's what's doubly annoying, because I will set my adverts up so that that doesn't happen, and YouTube does it anyway. And it's I only got aware of it more so because I saw Flight Deck to Sim post about it, explaining what was happening on his channel, and it was the same stuff. So I thought I'd maybe set something up wrong, but no, it's a YouTube rollout that they've kind of forced everyone to just suck up and deal with. But yeah, that makes a lot of sense. I'm going to cancel my Spotify and use YouTube Music instead. They have an app, or like a Windows app that you can download on your phone. Corfu Towers on. What's the ATIS? Let's have a look at Elevatex and read the ATIS, because it'll tell us. Bosch. Kokira Airport Information Alpha, 1250 Zulu. Expect RMP approach, landing runway 34, takeoff runway 16. Transition level 65. Right, so we have to change then to the RMP approach. What approaches apply. On nav 34, BEDX, naughty. So it's going to be the same approach for us. Put my teeth back in. Sorry. My PTAS 2 Papa arrival. Blah blah blah. Flight plan. Approach. On nav. BEDX. Beautiful. I need to go to VNAV. Data. Enter. Transition level, flight level 65. Oops, wrong one. Default flight path angle 3 degrees. And it is 3 degrees on approach as well. Beautiful. Jack, have a good one, mate. Enjoy. So we're just going to go through now and just check some data in here. In the VNAV FMS. So we have changed to the RMP34, which is this one instead now. But that's okay, it's not much different. Instead we're going to be on LNAV and VNAV for the descent, and then as we get down towards Kokura 600, 1,700 feet, autopilot off and fly the thing. And don't forget, throughout this entire thing we're going to have to hand manage the throttles anyway. You can, which one is it? It's like a screw somewhere. There was a click spot. Ah, there we go. Just hide the chart. So that screw right there is the secret autopilot auto throttle system that Contrail have coded in. So if you don't want to hand fly the throttles in this, you can click that little screw there after takeoff and have it manage the throttles. And basically, it's a very basic, rudimentary system, but it would hold 260 knots now if we were doing 260 knots. So it will do climb speeds and it will do cruise speeds. Nothing else. But a really cool feature for those of you trying to get your head around the aeroplane. Right, where are we? So PTAS, flight level 110 at or above, and then we're going on to an intercept line. And then we've got BEDX. VEMAT. I think realistically I want to be 4,000 feet by then. Yeah. So VEMAT. Enter. Plan crossing. $4,000. So it's recalculating stuff there for us. And then I'll go back to this. We can go in and then look at BEDX of a plan crossing. In reality, we'll leave that as it is actually, because that's going to recalculate itself anyway. Next page. Then we've got Kokura 602 at or above 2,900 feet, and then we've got Kokura 601 at or above 2,900 feet, 600, 1,700 at or above. So Kokura 601, realistically actually I want that at 2,900, because look, the VNAVs there are a little different. You can go in and just do all of this. It's an old FMS, don't forget, so it's a bit more clunky than you would otherwise expect, but that's how it's designed in reality. Land crossing, 1700. I'm going to leave that as it is. Justin, you shouldn't have directs in the box, mate, because that's there. I'm not sure what approach you've got planned, because we're coming in from kind of like this direction up here from the north. So usually what you get is like PTAS 2, sorry, drawing on stuff. PTAS 2 Papa that flies like a couple of DME arcs, 90 in DME. And then you come in via VMAT, and then you go to BedX, which is about here. And then from BedX you fly in. But you should have BedX, Kilo Romeo 602, Kilo Romeo 601. Kilo Romeo 601 is that one there for final approach. It's quite a tight turn, 90 degrees, but the aeroplane will trim that. And it will just kind of intercept final approach. Just worth double checking what you've got in there. Is that right? Oh yeah, we've got a massive direct 2 now. From Vaisal all the way down to Vaksu. I thought I was just double checking that. I spotted that in the nav display. Just wanted it to be accurate. Right, what else do we need to think about for the approach minimums? So, the RMP approach has a CDFA LNAV minimum of 770 feet. So that's already added the go around to like the missed approach bit. So if you decide to go around, you're going to lose typically about 50 feet while you sort yourself out. That's factored that in for us, which is awesome. So 770 feet has that built in. We can add that in the box. Actually, that's a point. What is that? I don't know what that is. Is that the... I've got to try and find off the top of my head, because I've not been in this for a little while now. I'm trying to think where the minimums live. Oh, push decision height, push, there we go. So it's decision height, which will be 765. Let's scroll that now. We round up, not down. So we're going to set 770 instead of 765. We're going to pull that back out to go back onto range mode. Yeah, decision height and range. There's our rad out test. No worries, Justin. It would save you, because otherwise it will do some weird things when you get to Direx. I love the Adriatic coast. It's stunning. Look at this. We've got Rijeka, Dubrovnik. We've got Split. Tivat, all down here. Zadar behind us. Is it behind us? No, it's ahead of us actually. We've got Trieste to the left, which is just about a tiny little bit left of Italy, just down there. And then we've got Rijeka, just the other side of this bit of peninsula that kicks out. There's a bit that cuts in with the water behind that cloud. But you just see there, Rijeka's down there somewhere. Pretty much under that bit of cloud where you see the coast cut in. And then we got, just on the tip of this, Pula. And then beyond that, Zeta, Zada, Split, so on and so forth. It's very nice. But it's wild, isn't it, for a Saturday on VATSIM in Europe? Unicom the entire way. By the way, tomorrow, if you are interested, let me just bring it up. On the screen, VATSIM Sub-Sahara Africa. My VATSIM host kind of world, if you like, for where I'm doing my ATC. They're doing VATSIM Elite Wings tomorrow between 1400 and 1700 UTC. Sorry, that's local time, isn't it? So 1300 to 1500 UTC according to the poster. Slightly different times on the top there. Slots are required to be booked, but effectively it's a short hop from Entebbe to the beautiful Kilimanjaro International Airport. The base of, you've got Kilimanjaro in the backdrop. It's stunning, as you can see on that screenshot there. So departures start at 1300 UTC, departing Entebbe, and it's about an hour and a half's flight, I think, from what I understand, to Kilimanjaro. And they're going to take you through really kind of high traffic sectors over Lake Victoria, Great Rift Valley, and then they're going to give you a complex arrival flow into Kilimanjaro as well, to kind of help you test your mettle, if you like. And hopefully we get a load of Osprey Airways fly, but you need to book a slot. That one there. It's getting busy, as you can see. A lot of Springboks flying. No Osprey. There's a few slots left to book, so if you do want a challenge tomorrow, it's not going to be as difficult as they make out, I promise you that. But it's just going to be a lot of arrivals flying in with 2-minute separation, effectively. So they'll be sequencing people, vectors to final, delay vectors, holds, that sort of stuff. They might give you visual approaches instead, just to keep it spicy and quite fun. But the main thing of this is it's going to be super fun and busy in a nice way. So a couple of slots available there. Look, in the slightly latter part of the afternoon, the events are departing 14:05Z. It's literally a 1-hour flight. Planned for 2 hours of fuel, so bring an extra 60 minutes of fuel. But yeah, you got a 1-hour sector, 1 hour, 1 hour, 1 hour, 1 hour. Super short, super fun. There's a few slots left, but hoping we get a few Osprey Airways pilots flying there just to represent. That would be really nice for the controllers, especially because I'd like to fly, but I will struggle tomorrow, unfortunately. And then I thought, well, maybe I could control, but I'm going to struggle to control as well for them on ground. But they've done a lot for us. They've taken a few of the Sonos transferees from VATSIM UK very quickly, and within 2 months, I'm basically the end of my tower training, which is fantastic. So I genuinely can't recommend them enough as like a super friendly, great bunch of people that really enjoy what they do. But this is, I think, the first time they've done a VATSIM Elite Wings event. If you do want to check it out, go to the VATSIM events website. And I'll try, or I'll put it in the live chat actually, or put it into Discord, if you prefer. There you go, you can book a slot via that link right there in the live chat. And I'll put it in Discord. And I'll put it in the club lounge. As a link. in crew room chat. Yeah, you have to have a slot to fly, so do give it a go. Look at that remarkable bit of the world, this. Pula is just down there somewhere. Where's she gone? I've not been to Croatia before properly. I'd love to go there. I've heard superb things. It's meant to be stunning. What do you all think so far with the Contrail FA50 if you've not seen it before? Are you enjoying what you're seeing? Are you tempted by it? Yeah, using this, look, freezes the sim up. Freezes the sim up again. Just for a second. I don't know why. But that's the Navigraph Charts app in the sim. That's within the tablet. Oh, let me show you this. So it's recording you as you fly, and it gives you like how many miles you've flown, how many hours you've flown for, how many airports you've visited, all that sort of stuff. But underneath that, it also monitors your flights and scores them internally within Contrail's own system, which is pretty cool. So you get frequent flyer. So there's a couple of different options here. Look for achievements as you fly the jet. First flight. Well, land at any airport in Europe, and then it's like 50 hours club, 100 hours. Land at the current Contrail Focus Airport. I don't know what that is. I shall try and find out. Happy Saturday. I don't know what the Focus Airport. How do you find out what the Focus Airport is? I wonder if it's Teterboro, hence the current deal on their website when you buy the FA50. But then you'd already have the FA50, so it can't be that. But yeah, what have we got? Welcome to North America, South America, Middle East, Asia, and Australia. So a couple of little achievements there, which is nice. I'd like to see that expand over time. Pilot skills, though, is the interesting one. Land in sim dusk or night lighting. It's location based, not Zulu time. Take off during sim dawn, sunrise window at your position. So that's going to be using the sim's time, so you can slide it back and forwards. Final approach autopilot off below 3,000 feet above ground level, stick and rudder. And then raw flying, full flight with autopilot disengaged. Christ. Touch and go training, 3 touch and goes, same field, peak 500 feet AGL between each touchdown at least. So that'll basically be circuits. You could do that at Cape Town actually, that might be quite cool. And then high elevation ops, take off or land at airports above 4,000 feet mean sea level. There's some good skill achievement based bits there, quite nice. Justin, no worries, mate. What's my... I'm doing 463 knots, so actually you're faster, if that's TAS. How does the FA50 compare to the 727? I own the Super 27 as well. It seems that this is similar in cockpit modernity. It's an entirely different beast because it is a private jet, but if I'm honest, this is more complete as a package. That's how it feels compared to the FSS 727s. I just feel like they've never really been completed that well. But they offer a different type of flying as well, right? The Super 27 isn't really a private jet, from what I understand. Tower and ground online at Corfu. I didn't know Corfu had a ground controller. What did you do? Taxi to the gate. Interesting. Maybe it's for when it's super busy. I'm going to just have a quick read up on pre-select altitude. When capture conditions are met, a flight director levels the aircraft at the selected altitude. PSA arms automatically. Go around modes. Select both pilots simultaneously by pressing go around button on the yoke. Go around commands the flight director in 2 axes. A vertical command to pitch up approximately 14 degrees and a lateral command to hold the aircraft heading at the moment of go around selection. The autopilot servos are disengaged in go around mode. Pilot hand flies the aircraft to follow the command bars. Ah, okay, this is where I wanted to dig into. Interesting. So modes for autopilot when we arrive later is key for this, bearing in mind we're going to be flying an RNAV approach, which is basically a GPS approach, right? So we need to fly it in nav mode, interestingly enough, according to the manual. If the nav data source on the EHSI is changed after capture, the flight director automatically clears nav mode, synchronizes the heading book and reverts to heading mode. GPS approaches should be flown in nav mode. Approach mode. As with nav mode, approach mode arms when selected and the flight director operates in heading mode until capture. On capture it generates commands to intercept and maintain the selected course of the displayed nav system. VOR, LOC and ILS approaches should be flown in approach mode. GPS approaches should be flown in nav mode. Descend mode for the profile normal, Mach 880 increased to 250 at 10,500 and 250 knots to sea level. Descending in speed mode could be dangerous, because large changes in commanded speed or Mach can reverse a climb or descent as the system works to attain the selected speed. Right, GNS XLS RNAV approach. Flying an RNAV approach with lateral and vertical guidance on the GNS XLS, which is that old school bad boy right there. The FMS down here. GNS XLS can provide vertical and lateral guidance for an RNAV approach. The autopilot is not as precise as in modern aircraft. Monitor the approach closely and be prepared to intervene. Yeah, because it doesn't have the super levels of accuracy the modern systems will have in, say, the latest A320neos and all that sort of stuff, the A350s. So, select an RNAV approach on the approach page. Tick, we've already done that. Ensure the course nav source indicated on the EHSI is set to FMS GPS for the entire approach. So it'll be FMS cross track for now. When selected the final approach fit, when approaching the final approach pit, select approach mode. What? Let's just go back onto autopilot modes. GPS approaches should be flown in nav mode. I assume that means the first phase of it until we go wings level then. Because this is now telling me for the RNAV approach in the same set of documents. When approaching the final approach pit, when approaching the final approach fix, select approach mode. The FLOC and FGS modes are now armed, indicated on the EADI FMAs. The autopilot tracks the lateral and vertical path automatically. Lovely. So that's then basically all set. Course should self-set an update, and then when we get to the final approach fix later, which is going to be BedX, right? Initial approach fix, no. We'll go wings when we go wings level after Kakira 601. 6 mile final basically. And then we'll press approach mode, which is there, top right, on the Collins panel. And we shall see what happens. Zeta's behind us, splits in front. There's so many jets going into Corfu. My goodness. All around the same time as us. MPS is surrounded by like 6 other aircraft going into Corfu as well. Right, what do we got? I reckon there might be holds initiated. 38 arrivals due. What the? My God. When are we looking to arrive? So Osprey 598. Is arriving at the same time as a GN284, Condor 1 Foxtrot Whiskey and Condor 6 Delta Papa. And then a minute behind them a GN394, Osprey 420 Alpha is a minute behind them. And then we're looking good for spacing. I'm apparently arriving at the same time as Justin. But also at the same time as a Ryanair. And another Ryanair. Oh God. It's gonna be a car crash. Yeah, we need Athenar radar, don't we? Desperately. Taxiway Charlie in. Oh, let me check my maps. I don't know. Don't know what Taxiway Charlie is. Oh, it's the inner line. Awesome. If genuinely I haven't explored the airfield. I loaded in up here at stand Sierra 2, Sierra 3, took a screenshot, and then bugged out because I wanted to have a genuine first impression when we land. God, this is going to be quite an interesting approach then, isn't it? So that's actually probably worth reading up on next. Holding patterns. Setting up and cancelling holding patterns on the GNS XLS using the hold key, which is there. A holding pattern is programmed with a hold key when the cursor is positioned over a waypoint identifier. To set up a hold pattern, 1. Press the nav or flight plan key to display the applicable page. Press the line select key to position the cursor over a desired waypoint. Press the hold key to display the holding pattern page with the cursor over the inbound course. Verify the inbound course. When an inserted inbound course value is beyond the direct entry parameters, a teardrop or parallel entry pattern is programmed. Press the enter key to move the cursor to leg time. Verify the leg time. Change the turn direction. Create an optional leg distance and press enter. Press the line select key to position the cursor over manual or auto, then press the back key to change the exit mode. Manual initiates a continuous hold, auto exit the hold the next time the HP fix is crossed, or after the entry procedure is completed. Okay, so we'd have to have a manual hold, so it remains in the hold until further notice. Cancelling a holding pattern on the holding pattern 1-1. Who have we got online? Ground and tower. We actually really need Kokira approach and Athenai radar, don't we? That's genuinely what we need right now. Because there are vast sums of people flying in. I'm with Michael in the Condor sandwich. Yes. Oh, Zato, very exciting. Look at that landscape. Wow. It's just stunning. Let's have a look then at the Osprey Holidays 737 MAX. Oh, here he is. Look at that. Superb. I don't know if I prefer blue wingtips though. I love that tail design. It's so cool. Look at this absolute sandwich that everyone's in. Corfu. Corfu, Corfu, and then we've got Corfu, 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 and then over here somewhere is a load of trouble coming into Corfu. I can't see him actually. Maybe we're going to be in the clear for them. Yeah, maybe the... what do you guys think? What colour do you want the wingtips to be for the Osprey Holidays 737 MAX 8? Ian, the Condor passengers sent their towels in advance yesterday and they're already on the sunbeds unfortunately, so you'll have to apologise to everybody. Yeah, I've not seen such, like, so few ATC on VATSIM on a weekend. I mean, that's the traffic on VATSIM at the moment, look. You've got a bit of Berlin centre up here. Bit of Italy. Barcelona and Palma de Mallorca and Marrakesh. And that's it. There's no other centres online. Nothing over the UK still. Like, what on earth is going on? I've never seen anything like it on a Saturday. You've got, I mean, you've got Heathrow, Gatwick Town and Ground, Bristol approach, Bristol radar, Liverpool radar. There's no one online at Manchester. Is there sport on or something? Is there like a football match? Is there like World Cup game that people are watching? I've genuinely never seen it. It's so sparse on the network, especially for Europe. Oh, Ian, have you got the Max 8 in MSFS 2020? Oh, good. Yes. F1 at Silverstone, Badger. Ah, well, maybe it is that then. You're fair enough. Bring that range ring in a little bit. You have to really think with this because of the old school CRT monitor. It doesn't give you all the data that you want. So V now, top of descent. 161 miles to top of descent by the looks of it. If I've read that correctly. Which actually is about, yeah, that's about right. Yeah, just before Rodon. Oh, awesome. Get out of it. Why have I set that to 4? 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Oh, tail cam. Nose cam. There we go. Just can't wait to get the extra Mod 2 parts from Wind Control to mount the MCDU RMP TCAS next to the throttles. After we touch down, by the way, we will live review the Contrail replay tool as well, because what it does is it actually saves your takeoff for a replay and it saves your landing for a replay, which is mega cool. I don't know if I'd want it to snap all the way back to London City to review the takeoff, but we could always give it a go, I suppose. We could do the landing replay. We could review the Gaya Corfu scenery, or we could land, shut it all down, review the scenery, watch a load of landings as people head on in, and then we could do a replay of the landing into Corfu, maybe snap it into takeoff from London City again, whiz it all the way over there, see how that works for a replay. And then we could snap back to Corfu for an approach. What do you think? Or do you want to see just the landing replays? Do let me know. just looking at a VATSIM radar. Yeah, it's looking mega busy. Because there's aircraft coming in from Athens as well. It's like every direction there's traffic to Corfu. But hey, we love it when it's busy. I can see my little private aeroplane blip on the radar as well. Hold on a second. Just realised it's on nav mode for some reason. Direct track 129. Ever since I snapped that across, it's gotten rather offensive towards me, and I've been chatting away, not really noticing that we've drifted further and further away. I did think when we were looking out, I was like, hold on a second, we're all the way out here. But actually this little offset track makes us look, we could use the argument that we're giving ourselves a little bit of lateral heading and vectors so that we can sequence ourselves better for the approach. Yes. So we're going to do an intercept heading, rearm nav mode, so that when we do recapture the line, as you can see here, we should go back to nav mode pretty sharpish. Dubrovnik's down there. Oh, there it is. Look at that. You can see it a mile off. Big old wad of concrete. Then you've got the old town over there, which you just about see. Stunning. That might have helped our separation out a little bit there, Justin. He says. Maybe not for the Ryanair though. They're out of London City Airport apparently. Oh no, they're not. They're based in London City Airport. Snazzy. Go left another 10 degrees. There's a huge Congo line going to Corfu. It looks brilliant. I'm just looking out for the Ryanair that's over here somewhere that's going to conflict. I think. He's kind of in line with wherever that aeroplane is there. And it might actually be that one. Hard to tell, it's not that one. There's Justin's Contrail line. Just make sure we've got heading mode and nav modes armed. Good. And we're on the right mode. So we should see, in a minute, the FMS track line start to move. Let's watch it, because it'll be interesting to see how it deals with this. It's the first time kind of testing that out, really. Got Eurowings that's going to cause a pain as well. How would you private message another pilot on VATSIM? You type .msg.message, then the call, like space, then the call sign. Let's just keep an eye on this a second. Got one dot, start to intercept in a mode. Yes, look at that, FMS mode. So basically, when we did the direct 2 earlier, what we should have done is gone onto a. I think I went to heading mode, didn't I? I forgot to go back to nav. We drifted ever so slightly, but we needed an intercept heading then to sort that out. My TAS is now 460, Justin. Honestly, I'm so impressed with this aeroplane. It's so good. Flying to one of my favourite parts of the world in the sim as well. Happy days. That Ryanair, that Contrail there is the Ryanair that's threatening us. They are equidistant, and I would put money on them just pushing ahead anyway. They are at the same altitude as us as well. Just gonna push to resync the heading bug. Yeah, interestingly, instead of him just kind of like reducing speed a bit to flip, we got, show you it on here maybe. So instead of, there's our little bit of drift and vectoring. There's the Ryanair that's threatening us. So instead of kind of just slowing down a tiny bit, because we're all going to meet at Rodon, slow down a little bit so that you fall into this gap here, which is the logical thing to do, because we've got all these aeroplanes, loads from different places, not just flying along with us, arriving at the same point. You'll then create a nice little gap of 1 or 2 minutes. So that's, if I saw that, that's what I would be looking to do, but this is VATSIM on Unicom, so it's like the Wild West, isn't it? Is it hard to learn the aeroplane? It's a good question. It needs attention, and it needs some learning, because it is quite unique in what it does. But I think you'd be alright, mate. This is my second full proper flight in it, and I feel quite comfortable in it. Making mistakes as we go, but that's part of the enjoyment, isn't it? Well, we're literally equidistant, and he's accelerating as well. I can see his airspeed's increased. Jammy bugger. So what we got? Road on. Hey Peter, welcome, welcome. No worries. Yes, the problem is now we're in basically a straight line. Range 20. So by the way, the R there is the range button, the A, B cycles above, below, and all. You've got 40 miles, 3 miles, 5, so you can change the range based on what you want. 20 miles for me is useful because that diamond there on the left is the Ryanair that's the problem for us. Yeah, I think you might be right, mate. I've got my holding patterns thing ready to go, so I can quickly kind of follow the flow of the checklist for it. Right. Where's my checklists for transition, descent? Cool, right. I've got a few minutes before he becomes an active problem we need to deal with, so I'm just going to top up my water before approach. I'll be back in a mo. Right, here we go. To here in 5 miles. Herein lies the problem with Unicom. I can't even see him. That's Justin. I'm looking. I love it. This guy is literally just flying at me, and he's squeezed into a gap that he doesn't even fit into, because he's effectively Justin. He's basically coming at you. There he is. Look at this. This is not how you fly on VATSIM. I'm already off the throttle now, right, reducing power. Same altitude, and he's literally trying to race in. I brought the throttles back a little bit. I'll bring them back right back though now, because he's just, look at this, what on earth. Yeah, but Canadian Flight Sim, the Flybowire A380X is epic. So personally, if you have the native 2024 version, I'm hearing it's really good on performance as well again now. So I'd personally recommend trying that first, because if you could live with that for maybe even sort of 6 months, you might be able to pick 380 up on sale nearer the time.
Traffic.
A little bit after.
Climb.
This.
Climb.
Stupid.
Clear of conflict.
Yeah, why no?
Traffic.
Only just.
Climb. Climb.
And now he's slowing down.
Clear of conflict. Traffic. Traffic. Descend. Descend.
Honestly, this sort of stuff.
Descend. Crossing descend.
It's interesting hearing this though.
Traffic. Traffic.
I've got him.
Clear of conflict.
I mean, I'm doing 200 knots now, max 632.
Traffic. Traffic.
So what's that? 5 miles.
Climb. Climb.
We'll just flick out to TA mode instead for now. Just so we get we get the announcements cut off. Stupid man. Honestly. Yeah, the thing is, he's right up Justin's arse now as well. He doesn't know what. He doesn't care about anyone else on the network. It's one of those. Right, what's next? Let's focus on the jets, because our top of descent is in 15 miles. So we're gonna pre-arm. What have we got? There's a hold at VEMAT, probably at 4,000 minimum holding altitude. So we'll set 4 as the first stage of descent in. He's cleared off now. I mean, look how much speed about to scrub off as well now. That's not ideal. I've got a condor right up my chuff as well, that's breathing down my neck, and he can't slow down because there's someone else that's flying in from Pardubice to Corfu right behind him as well, followed by Zato. It's like one after the next, which is awesome. I mean, I love seeing airports like this, so busy. Yeah, he doesn't care. Typical We work around them. What did you say to him, Justin? No, I don't think he's aware, Badger. I think he's seen us on his TCAS and thought, bah, bugger it, I don't care. I'm going in anyway. My ETA, it's a good question. I don't actually know what it is anymore. It's on the prod page. Plan? (14:32) touchdown estimated time arrival. Look. So 25 minutes ish. Oh, we're in a VNAV descent. I love that. Centered the descent for us. We've pre-armed the altitude, which is important, and because we've set all this up, it's just snapped into it. Like path descent 360, Limja 291, and that's where it's trying to plan to descend at certain points by then. But we're going to set the throttle accordingly to try and hold that sort of speed. Jolly good. I've got an idea. Oh, maybe I shouldn't do it. I won't. It's interesting these guys haven't started their descent yet. But we have. Oh, the Ryanair has. I mean, with no Athens radar on, there's probably no need to do any holding. And I've managed to sequence myself well enough to stay in this gap, which is ideal. So I think we will have mitigated it enough. But I'll tell you what, let me show you this. It couldn't be tighter. This is where he's absolutely squeezed us. But if I show you... Poor Michael's gone all the way out. He's trying to help these out for separation. He's gone all the way out there, and these have just gone, "Oh, I'm going in anyway." He's got Ian coming in. There's another Condor. There's that Aegean that's going in. This is busy. There's a Ryanair there, look, from Sofia coming in the other side. A little smidge of power. Look at this landscape. I don't think we're going to need to hold. Right, 128.85. I've tuned it in. How is it going to let me listen to it? Got no volume knob there. Does this not have a COM too? Doesn't seem to. Have a listen to the chaos. What have we got? We have got information Charlie. And it's QNH 1010. RMP 34. Pitas 2 Papa VMATS, and then it's going to be BedX transition. Beautiful. Now we send it. Let's change that range ring. There's a lot of points on that. I would put money on this guy landing right behind Justin anyway. But Tower's going to tell him to go around, which would be the ideal. But I want to target with this 305 knots look. It's pointless. I'll stick to 260. Oh, you're doing a different arrival, Justin. Just saw him break away. But left. Interesting. Okay, descent checks. ATIS has been acquired. Cabin altitude controller. It's an airport elevation of 5 feet. So let's spin the wheel. Set it down to 0. Bosch. Anti-icing is as required. Fuel transfer, intercom and crossfeed closed. Oh, they were closed anyway. Whoops. But they're closed now. Altimeters set and checked. Fuel's good in the tanks though, thankfully. We will set the altimeters accordingly. 1010, let's set that. What's 1010 in American money? $2982. Going to set that standby instrument there for now. The main one will stay as it is until transition. Landing computations, we've already checked those. Approach speed, bugs. Click. Approach. Slats flaps 48. Runway is dry. Sync bugs. So our speed's set. I'll leave that up because it is helpful. You can just kind of have a quick look. But look how slow our approach speeds are. So yeah, approach speed's done. Approach briefing has been completed. We shall rebrief it. So, what do we got? PTAS 1 Papa round through to the BedX transition RMP34. Working down to 2,900 feet by Kakira 601. Turning final 339 degrees for the inbound course. And then stepping down to be level at 1,700 feet, 1.5 DME prior to Kakira 600, max speed 185. That gives us a 5-mile final for runway 34. We'll basically have to try and keep our speed up for this. Should we go missed approach for any reason, at but not before runway 34's threshold, turn right, max 185 knots direct to Kakira 700. Then via 701, 702, 73, proceed direct to BedX, climb to 4,000 feet to join conventional holding at BedX or as directed. In reality on tower, they'd tell us to go back to Unicom and then we'd just try and sequence back for a downwind leg, maybe go back onto another approach, unless we get very congested, and we'll just have to deal with it. So that's done. Rad out is set. Days. Seatbelt signs on. Fair enough, Justin. Here comes the turn. Let's do the call. I love how no one's called yet either. Right, it's a PTAS. Oh, I'm on the wrong frequency, that's why. I was listening to tower. Have I set tower up right? 128.85. Yeah. Gaya traffic, Osprey 165. So Falcon 50, currently level 140, descending via the PTAS to Papa arrival. Currently PTAS and outbound on the 60 in DMR. Be VEMAT transition onto Bedek, expecting RP runway 34 approach with information Charlie on board. Gaya traffic. The Ryanair is disconnected by the looks of it.
And Corfu traffic, speedbird 646, 12 miles more of FedEx, has turned direct on PCAS to FedEx, free for arrival, descending to 9,000.
Oh no, he hasn't. I thought he disconnected, he hasn't. He's flown straight over the runway. He's not even doing a normal approach. He's gone over the island and then he's basically turned right. I have no idea what he's doing. Oh well, he's not in my way anyway, that's the main thing. He's just in Justin's way. Right. Let's slow this thing down, shall we? Just keep an eye on those. Doing quite a nice job of this, actually. It doesn't have the precision that you would expect like an A320 to have, where it's going to do kind of like the step out procedures and all this other stuff that you would expect, but it's because it can't do that. 4,010. Right, 10,000 feet checks, landing lights on. Standby pump on. .232. I'm happy with the speed actually. But I can see a Condor doing some random stuff as well. Maybe I'll just keep the speed a smidge up. It's 250. That Ryanair's just basically gone steamrolling through. He's just cut up one Condor, Justin. No idea what he's doing. Condor's gone into the hole, bless him. Justin's about to crash into him, according to V-Pilot. Darcy 2, welcome. I haven't heard the Condor. It's all good. Right, let's go QNH 1010 2982. One more click just to align that. Oh, nice. We've got back canoeing up the Mayen River. Mega hot. It's not even a heat wave or wet. Hope all is well. Look at that. Right. Let's get rid of the music because we've got to concentrate now. It's only 5 miles. Let's do a direct FedEx, I think, because this is an absolute train wreck. Got people flying in from all sorts of directions that aren't even on the charts. Direct FedEx, enter. So I've got a Condor as well behind me that I'm conscious I need to try and help out. 230, a little bit more power. Set 3. Computer traffic, Osprey 165's crossing VATSIM 5000, QNH 1010, direct FedEx. There is Corfu Island, and I have some traffic somewhere nearby, but is at risk. I can't see him there. $13 miles to FedEx. Speed needs to come up. We're losing it. Let's get aggressive with that speed correction. Very conscious of the person behind, who again hasn't been on the radio. He's behind me though. Going to go a fair bit quicker though. It might call for a Leroy Jenkins. I hope you appreciate Luke bought my Le Choo Choo t-shirt to France. That's epic. Sky Vagrant, welcome. Hope you're well. Yeah, that's what he's done. He's basically gone pitas, and then he's put the approach in with a basically directs, thinking maybe it's a direct to final, but oh, nice. How are you finding it? Or how did you find the maiden voyage in the F70? It's a brilliant jet, isn't it? VNAV's flashing. Should be descending. There we go. Kikita traffic, Osprey 165's passing BedX 6000, descending to Kilo Romeo 601. Correction, will report turning final. Kikita. Okay, right, let's get landing lights and taxi lights on now as well. Seatbelt signs. Doodings. Seats for landing. That's all set. Right. Approach. Let's do some of this now. Got to slow the jet down a bit. Okay, ignition mode 3 greens S start selected. That's already on. Anti-ice as required. Radios set for approach. Ignition lights. Yeah, we'll just check that. Slats and flaps will be getting extended imminently. Max 185 knots. Flaps. Slats out first. And Kikita traffic, Osprey 165s at Kilo Romeo 601 speed 180 knots and changing to Kikita tower frequency 120855. Pitch of power. Trim clacker. F-lock FGS. RNAV approach is active. 160. It's an offset approach, don't forget. One stage of flaps. Kikita traffic, Osprey, Charter 165, Falcon 50, information Charlie, and we're established on the RMP runway 34 to land. Kikita tower ready check. Oh, he's gone offline. Gods. Get down. Kikita traffic, Osprey 165 is 6 mile final RMP 34 to land, Kikita. Full flap. Trying to find the wing view. It's going so well. Right, anyway. It's doing a pretty good job. This is a really nice RNAV approach. Speed, speed, speed. Autopilot off, I have control. And let's disengage the yaw damper. 2 clicks. Let's get rid of that. Very cheeky, cheeky. Alright, I think we're there. Landing gear is down 3 green, slats down 40 in green. Speed's good, profile's good, happy with this. VREF 111, V approach 116. So we'll just keep the speed up though to help the folk out behind. What do you reckon, folks? Greaser? One 21705. That'd be minimums. Continue. Actually, is it minimums? Oh, it's near to approach, that's why. We're going to have to start slowing the aeroplane down, so final approach speeds, apparent pitch. Go on, one heck of a crosswind. That's our direction of flight at the moment. Heading versus track. Decision height, continue. Jeez, this crosswind's insane. Pitch, apparent pitch. Kira traffic, Osprey 165, short final, 3-4. Well, this is one heck of a crosswind. Oh, nice, there's a little boat there.
Traffic, Condor 1612 on the RMP, please forward. Copy traffic.
Okay, here we go.
Agent 439 cancelling takeoff clearance, standing by for your 6 lane.
40, 30, 20, 10.
Reversers. That's one heck of a crosswind. It handles well in it. $60 knots. Look at that. Jeepers, look how busy this is. Wow. Right, come on Dave. Chop chop matey. Open the bus tie, rotary dob, yep. Can't. It's such a difficult place to have this ruddy thing. Start. And Kikira traffic, Osprey 165 is vacated at Alpha 1. Changing to ground.
Agent 439 taking off.
He's got someone on short final.
Copy traffic, Condor 1612, very short final, runway plate 4.
Can't. Thing is, when you're taking off from an airport like this, unfortunately,
Yes, I
what
know,
the?
Your number 2.
He's going anyway.
Number 2, Condor 16 Lima.
What?
Yeah, sorry.
What is going on? I feel sorry for the Condor. Oh, and he's turning into him. Jesus Christ! Good kiddo ground. Kalispera, Osprey 165, vacated Alpha 1, request taxi to a stand. I've not seen that. Taxi to stand 6 Alpha via Bravo, via Alpha, Osprey 165.
Alpha 73 Bravo Romeo, start at 2, stand by.
Power.
All that.
I think he'd have done that to me as well, that's the thing. That's what's wild. Right. Landing lights off. That can come off. They're off. They can stay on. 6 Bravo. Flaps up. That's good. That's set. 6 Bravo. Taxi lights off.
Correct.
Turning in. Oh, that's the binos. AP bleeds. And we're going to just have to use 6 Bravo for this, even though the GSX profile we've got only has 6, which is a bit rubbish.
Condor 1612 vacated Alpha 2.
Condor 1612, taxi, stand number 8, we are.
Transponder to standby.
Stand 8
Weather radar
Alpha, Condor
off.
1612.
We're going to be our own marshaller. Brakes. Parking brakes set. Jolly good. Look at this. It's already looking pretty snazzy. Gaya Corfu. Right. Okay. After landing, thrust reversers are stowed off, anti-ice off, windshield heat. And side off, pitot heats off, radar standby. Parking brake is set, taxi lights are off. INS, FMS, IRS, LRN off. Interesting. We'll leave it on for now. We'll just turn it off. Transponder's off. EFIS 1 and 2 off. Inverter's off. Power levers to the cut-off position. Oh. Got a duck.
Right traffic, 220. Sky traffic,
Transfer pumps off.
taxi, stand number 10, we are out.
Boost pumps off. Seatbelt signs off. Emergency lights off. Anti-collision lights off.
Good afternoon, information Foxtrot is correct. Clear to us and via Malay going
We're good. Let's leave that on. And let's get the tablet back out actually, because we need to go back from the charts to ground ops, chocks. And we can go and open the door ourselves like they would in real life. Let's stop New Sky, see what score we got. 9.92 offset line landing, fair enough. Normal conditions. Cheeky beggar. $348 profit. Basically, I made no money. Right, let's explore.
Charlie, get around, get A, number 205, Juliet Alpha, Falcon, basically, request gas to beacon of information from
November 205, Juliet Alpha, good afternoon.
Whoever else is inbound, by the way, you're going to have to try and get give us an update as to when you're landing, because we're going to miss it otherwise. Let's follow the arrivals flow.
Monday 1 kilo departure, flight level 80 and walking 725 for November 205 to
This looks mighty cool. I love the flags. They're actually waving really nicely.
What's that? 205.
Arrivals is looking pretty good. Actually put some bags on there, which is nice to see. Ryanair. Oh, Zato's on final. We'll have a quick look at this and then we'll zoom to the approach path. Oh, we've hit a building thing. Right, let's just go and spot some tail landing shuttle real quick. There's no way in hell he's taking off anytime soon. They have modelled in this hotel.
646, vacating runway 34, requesting taxi.
Speedbird 646, good afternoon. Taxi to stand number 9, Air via Alpha.
Which Flight Tampa also did.
Speedbird 646.
Oh, look at this. This is much better quality. Oh.
Yes, stand number 9, the via Alpha for 6.
Ooh. Oh, there's birds. It's a shame you can't kind of just whizzle through, because that's really nice. The Flight Tampa one doesn't even come close to this. You can go around the outside here though, which is a good thing. Look at that! Wow. They've got the fan animated as well. The birds that are whizzing about, that's a stunning little addition. And the boats.
Alpine 738 Bravo Romeo. Monitor advisory 122 decimal 8. Have a safe flight. Bye bye.
Advisory 22 decimal 8. Thank you for ATC Alpine 73 Bravo.
32 arrivals into Corfu apparently. Has Zato disappeared?
Condor 6 Echo Lima, you are next. Are you ready for push and start?
We are ready for push and start, Condor 6 Echo Lima.
Okay, after departure, I give you...
Thank you, we'll wait. 6 Lima.
They've done a real nice job with this actually as well. Got the little water breaks there, look. A little beach. There's a veranda there as well, look. Is that the Nissos Hotel? Ah, there's Zato. It's a race. Crikey, he's coming in fast. Red and bird. I mean, that's wicked, isn't it? See that on final approach. All the birds whizzing about.
Condor 3 any
Good
idea
job.
when we could plan for push? Otherwise we would just
What?
go into the galley.
Condor 3 Alpha X-ray, you are number 3. Now I have only one for pushback. Now, after you...
There's the
about
windsock.
no more than 10
Spicy.
minutes delay.
He's made it down. Good effort, mate. Huge
I
towers.
understand, but is this the traffic?
Yeah, no worries. I missed that the other simulator got a new scenery.
Got a little vineyard down here.
November 205, Juliet Alpha, confirm we're ready. Correction, we're cleared for startup.
The Nissos restaurant. Look at this.
You're clear.
Ah,
You're clear for startup, but I have traffic about 10 minutes delay.
they've put the
Are you ready
waves
for
as well.
startup
Look.
or remain for
Is
10
that the
minutes
scenery
delay?
that's done that? I've not seen that before.
Yeah, we'll wait a bit. We'll wait maybe 5 minutes, but then I'll start the engines. 205, Juliet.
Okay.
Ground, good afternoon, Oscar. Citation November 1 for Oscar Romeo at Alpha 1.
Little church here.
November 1 for Oscar Romeo. Taxi to General Aviation on the end of the Alpha, in the right.
Roger, taxi to General Aviation at the end of Alpha to the right. November 1 for Oscar Romeo.
Look at this. There's the chapel. Beautifully made. Let's race him back real quick. So we can sit at the cafe. Absolute classic. Got my rotate thingy-bob's a bit too sensitive. Bang on the touchdown zone. Come on, VATSIM server. It looked like a great touchdown from where I could see. Right, let's see the hotel because Fly Tampa put Borat in it, which everyone laughed about at the time. But actually, when you look at this, the quality levels are night and day. There's just... look at that. That's phenomenal. The difference is huge, isn't it? From what we can see. Even just that we've not explored the airport very much yet, but...
Oscar, one for Oscar Romeo.
No, welcome to Corfu.
Look at that. It says welcome to Corfu.
Repeat for 1 for Oscar Romeo.
He says welcome to Corfu, Zato. The poor guy's being nice. He's like, oh.
He just welcomed you to the airport. No worries.
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm having issues with my... Yeah, but my apologies. Yeah, thank you very much.
This is wicked. The pool looks amazing as well. Look at that. Can we go in? Ah. And these little things, look. The fans. All the way down. Amazing. They've done an epic job of this. I mean, they don't have to do this sort of stuff, but look at the level of detail that's gone into the hotel.
285-7 ready for push start.
GN 285, for your information, just for pushback, I have in for about 15 minutes delay.
825 Roger.
GN
Ocean 6 Mike Charlie indicated via Alpha 1.
Ocean.
This is brilliant. The textures of the runway are really cool.
Number 5, the Alpha.
Number 5 there.
Condor 6 Echo Lima, push and start approved.
The only thing they've not done, which was in the Corfu by Fly Tampa, was like the old town. You'd have like a castle, a few things down there, which I think would be really nice. They've not done that in this, which is a bit of a shame. It's kind of just the airport, but this is nevertheless very impressive. Look at the textures there of the old runways with the extended centre lines that have just been painted over and extended over the years. That's pretty cool. You can actually see the old runway stuff. Right, let's explore the airport proper, shall we? We shall start from the externals. Because they have added a bit of life around as well, like the sports pitch here.
November 205 Juliet Alpha, we would be ready for taxi in case you have some space.
November 05 Juliet Alpha. Hold position, just I have just another taxi. Stand by.
Yeah, all the condition, no worries, to number 205 Juliet Alpha.
Look at that.
November 205 Juliet
Couple of bikes.
Alpha. Are you start up, correct?
Yeah, engines are running, we're fully ready.
You are start up and ready for taxi only?
Ready for taxi, we would be also ready for immediate takeoff in case.
Yes, I have traffic, and for this reason, maybe you understand.
Kalinishta, Justin, have a good one.
No worries, take your time, I have time.
Look at this. Oh, it's great seeing so much life at Corfu as well, isn't it?
November 205 Juliet Alpha, taxi to hold the point of runway 16.
You might have spotted the bus in the backdrop there.
Alpha 3 to hold the point, runway 16, November 205 Juliet Alpha.
Fire station, the water ferries. And we've got like the fuel farms, all that sort of stuff as well. We've got this building. Which is part of the Athens 2004 Olympics swimming pool, I think. I can't go in.
November 205 Juliet.
Looks really good as well. Wait, we're in.
120.855.
Ah.
Have a safe flight, bye-bye.
God damn it.
855, thank you very
Yeah,
much.
I hate it when that happens. Because I think it's quite nice to check that sort of stuff out. This is really cool as well. Bloody roof. The detail there. All the colours as well. Superb. There's the bus. Let's follow it. There's so much detail in front of us. You do want to get your hands on this, by the way. It is linked in the description down below. You can get it from a number of places, including Contrail. It is out now.
Condor 6 Echo Lima, request taxi.
Love the bike parking. You don't see many bikes in sceneries in Flight Sim. So it's nice that they've been included. Being a biker. Stops at the bus stop, look. Couple of stutters.
Condor 6 Echo Lima, request taxi.
Here's the arrivals section that we would have come through, so we'll just finish this bit, just so we can tee it off.
Condor 6 Echo Lima, taxi to holding on. Taxi to holding on to runway 16 via Alpha.
Amazing.
Via Alpha.
And no AI signs. Interestingly, no London Gatwick. But hey, we can't have it all, can we? Gate number is wrong. Which one are you looking at? Oh no, these are the baggage belt. That's baggage belt 1 and 2. Or do you mean something else? Let's go to check-in. Go to gate 1. In departures. Alright, bear with. I shall in a mo. Checking desks. That's the thing with some of these airports that Fraport have put around Greece. They are soulless, aren't they, in real life? They've done a good job of replicating it.
To all stations, to all stations. The wind is changing to runway 34. I must change one by one the aircraft.
Check in. Right, security control gates. Before we commit, let's just punch out. Have a look at departures, landside, drop off. The textures here are stunning. The trees look customised as well, don't they? These jets just touched down.
Condor 6 Echo Lima, are you the next, correct?
We are the next behind the citation in front of us, Condor 6 Echo Lima.
Okay, hold on me. For your information,
Street food cafe.
1
Go look. Go back and look on cafe. This one, right?
Condor 3FX, go ahead.
Condor 3FX, you are the next for pushback, but the wind is 310 degrees 13 knots. You must use runway 34 and backtrack.
Wow.
Condor 3FX, no worries. Give you a new clearance first?
No, the new clearance only runway 34, all get 2 Foxtrot departure.
Okay, all get 2 Foxtrot departure out of runway 34.
Read the chips.
Ready.
Okay, you're now the next. About 5
Let me
minutes
just
delay.
go
more
to...
than
Oh, look how sunburnt this guy is. Look how high definition he is. I love how the cafes and the hotels near the landing zone and stuff, you can actually see the fans and things working. I love how they've animated those. It's just... Oops, that's a bit too dark. I've noticed the sim. Look at this. It makes no sense.
Wizard 31 Sierra Zulu.
Right.
Yes,
I'll go a tiny bit more darker.
4. Stand by, please. Condor 6 Echo Lima. Contact.
There. Yeah, those fans are insane. And look at the ambient lighting as well. Oh, look at this.
1-2 taxi to stand number 4 will be Alpha.
Number 4 via Alpha.
Spectacular.
Condor
We'll look at the hotel and stuff as well when we get on the ground. So let's just go inside some doors. We'll just punch through here.
Tower 120.855, have a safe flight, bye-bye.
120.855 for tower, and departure change clearance for us was also 34 Golf 2 Foxtrot.
No, continue for 16 now.
16, okay. Condor 6 Echo Lima.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Very nice. I'm impressed. I think this is one of the best sceneries that I've been able to kind of take a look at and review for a very long time. Everything is just like crisp. Anything that they think you might have looked at, look, they haven't wasted a moment in just getting it crisp, well textured. I mean, look at the ceiling. Duty free. Exactly. Yeah. How many times do you look at some of these signs and things and see, right? Well, that's blurry, or the shops, the adverts and things are like blurry as well, or the gate signs here hanging around would be blurry. Not here. There's not been a single thing. Seats, concrete pillars. Look. Super high definition. Flooring.
Condor 3 Alpha X-ray, are you ready for push and start?
Hey, Condor 3 Alpha
Gates 11, 12, gates 10 in front, gates 1 to 9.
Alpha X-ray, push and start approach phase.
Ta-da!
Push and
So
start
little
approved,
shops.
and should we push on Alpha on Charlie?
Look at this! This is great! Lots of unattended baggage, yeah, there is a lot of unattended
Okay,
baggage.
so push and start approved on Charlie facing south, not 3 Alpha X-ray.
Correct.
That's a bit wrong though, isn't it?
Wizard 31 Sierra Zulu, you're next.
Sydney, Qantas 10.
I must change the clearance
Virgin
for
46 to
runway
London.
34. The wind is
Oh, see
30
that's ruined it a little bit for me. That needs to be
Wizard
fixed.
31, Roger.
Right, through passport control to the non-Schengen area, which is where we would be going as Brits, going home.
Departure runway 34 via Nicro 1 Charlie, or no?
Had a very good
Okay, I
holiday.
give you the new clearance is Nicro 2 Foxtrot, departure runway 34. And the other is the same.
Roger, departure runway 234 via Nicro to...
Gates 1 and 2. This is what MPS said to look at.
Okay, Wizard 31 Sierra Zulu, you're next. About 5 minutes.
Wow, look at this outside though.
Yeah, okay.
Oh yeah, so MPS, it is correct, but effectively the internal gates don't match the stands, if that makes sense. So gates 1, 2, etc. will be here, but passengers will then come out to the buses, otherwise they'll come across to like board the flights here. If that makes sense.
Thermalite 1 for runway 34 HMP West 1.
Externals here are superb. And the apron textures as well, the lighting on the apron is just incredibly good.
HMP West 5
I love the animated flags because they're actually quite natural looking, they're not kind of stuttering and resetting. If you look super close you can see them reset, but it's not obvious like it is on a lot of other... Look at this tower! Very cool. Wrong charts. Pottstown. LaGuardia. Nah. You see, there's little things like that they can sort that out. I'd like to see them change it to actually be some sort of terminal chart that looks like Akira. That doesn't look like it's Greece. That doesn't look like it's Corfu. Small changes. But hey, I'm not going to hold that against them. What I wanted to also check. There's the FA50. Look at that! Look at these runway lights. I wanted to check all this stuff over here at night time. Speedbirds down. Good choice of airline, sir. Premium airline. Beautifully done. Restaurant on the right looks amazing. Look at the little illuminations as well. Let's go to this first. Birds. I love that. Right, where's that hotel? Or the restaurant, I mean. Even this looks so far away. They've got the fans. I wanted to see the approach lights from here. Look at that. Look at the my goodness, look at the reflections of the water. That looks very real.
Correction, Griffin 9. Griffin 9 Uniform Quebec. Good
Cafe.
afternoon. Taxi to stand number 8 via Alpha.
Stand 8 via Alpha, Griffin 9 Uniform Quebec, thank you.
Look at this. Scott, welcome. One of these days I'll be joining you on one of these jaunts, probably not until after I retire next year. No worries, buddy. You're always welcome, whenever you get a chance. Look how amazing this is. Little details as well, like the little vase in that bit of wall there. And then we've got this hotel. How's this illuminated? Whee, that bird almost flew into us.
Okay, Condor 3 Alpha.
Look at that! Little pool lights.
Condor 3 Alpha X-ray.
Illumination of the driveway up to the hotel entrance.
Are you ready for taxi?
Hey, from Condor 3 Alpha X-ray.
Condor 3 Alpha X, taxi to hold the point of runway 34 via Charlie and Alpha 1.
Holding point runway 34 via Charlie and Alpha 1, Condor 3 Alpha X-ray.
There's some more fans for you. Look at that detail. Big fan of this. This is one of my favourite European airports, I think. Let's watch this land. So we've got Flow Pro's time thing. Lovely job. Birds are whizzing around.
Condor 3 Alpha X-ray, contact tower 120.855.
Do you guys want to see the Condor, the Contrail replay of our landing?
Thanks for your service and good luck.
Yes, good luck.
And Osprey 165 is logging off the network. Thank you very much to the ATC. Have a good evening.
Good afternoon. Welcome to Corfu.
Quickly reconnect as observer. Ta-da!
Wizard 31 Sierra Zulu, you're next.
Yeah, we ready. Wizard 31 Sierra Zulu.
Oh, it's a bouncer. Right. Let's get back in the jet. This is amazing. Look how stunning that is. Let's close this. Let's give you a replay. Go back to live time. Which we can trigger by just hitting that. Mind your eyes. Oh, jeez. Right, where are we? Replay tool. Right. Auto-saved takeoff and landing ready. Let's replay. Just make sure we are. Yeah, observer mode. Good. Just to be safe. Let's replay the landing.
Wizard 31 Sierra Zulu, push and start
Go
through,
to
facing,
this view.
stop.
Wizard 31 Sierra Zulu.
That view. Try Sims GFX, don't forget. We've got a little bit of wind effect as well. Look, there's condensation over the wings there. God, working hard with that crosswind.
Travel service 5008, good afternoon, touching span number 6, the Alpha.
Number 6 there.
We are invisible, by the way, just in case you are wondering. Bloody chase plane, hurry up. There we go. A little bit of a floater, look. I might just disconnect off the network 'cause it's easier, rather than be on like secret mode. Couple of these. That's Chase playing that Irish guy. Look at this. Touchdown. Bosh. I'm going to do one cool thing. And I'm going to set this drone camera. Very intentional now what I'm going to do on Chase Plane. I'm going to set a custom view here. At Corfu. We're going to go plus world cap. Oh, what's this? Back. Track aircraft on. Corfu Cafe View. Amazing. Right, so now we're going to go back into the jet. And we're going to full on replay this bad boy from here. And that will be the end of today's live stream, team. So if you want to get your hands on the Contrail FA50 that we've been enjoying today, try Sims GFX. We've been having a sneak peek at the beta today, bringing full compatibility with this into Try Sims GFX. Or the amazing new Gaya Simulations Corfu Airport scenery for Microsoft Flight Simulator 2024. All the links are down in the description below, where you'll be able to get your hands on everything that we've included today. It's been a really good sector, really enjoyable, and a superb aircraft with some great scenery as well, and loads of us flying along. It's been mega busy, so I hope you've all enjoyed it wherever you are in the world. Don't forget to hit like and subscribe to the channel if you've not done so already. But in the meantime, as always, thank you very much for watching, and I will see you next time. Take care, have a great weekend.